In the beginning, we were born. Then we grew. Everything we knew was new.
Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate?
See the world through different eyes. Realize it's all fairy tales and blue skies. Everyone is wearing a mask in disguise, covering up their issues with betrayals and lies. As we wish we could see through our childhood eyes. I ask you,
are you gonna spread love or hate?
Are you gonna spread that love?
Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate?
Everything we do and everything we're taught. I guess we all had bigger problems, and then when we saw the battles that were won and the fights that were fought, we never absorbed all the hate and distraught. Spread that love. So spread that love. Together and let each other in, or feed into temptation and ultimate sin, to learn what we didn't learn right from the start, because nowhere was place in my heart for hate. As we wish you could see through our childhood eyes once again, I ask you, spread love.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Oh, and did I mention it's my birthday? To the lab!
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Over here on the lab, we've got Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT. Look, I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I picked this song is to encourage y'all. If you have an explicit track that just has some swears in it, all you have to do is edit them out. I will post that video on BandLab today for my favorite BandLab editing tricks to clean up your explicit tracks for radio use. You gotta have a radio edit. You gotta have a clean edit. I think it was even, who was it? Was it Dr. Dre? Someone was talking on a panel once saying, you got to have 8 versions of your track, blah, blah, blah. And 2 of them were clean edit and radio edit. Not everyone wants explicit stuff on their shows. And you can get your music out to twice as many people just by creating a clean version. So here we've got Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT from Neon_Shadowworks. Neon Shadowworks repping 776 followers. Someone get him to that jackpot. And it is at NEON_SHADOWWORKS. Songs clock in at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 6 plays so far, 2 likes. Let's take a listen. Oh, we're gonna fade it in. Hi, I'm Neon. I make all music genres to please everyone's taste, but my main genres are funk and dubstep. Let's go! Was that dance? Bounce. A lot of energy here. A lot of low end. This is what I need at 5 a.m. I need one of those Windows XP visualizers for this song to just show me the harmony. Neon Shadowworks songs always make me want to go to battle. Like, primed and ready to go. Let's go! That was good. I like that a lot. It almost sounds like the vocalist saying, pick a lover. So good. Neon Shadowworks, nice track. Released on February 29th, only a few days ago. As some calendars might say, pre-DJT birthday. And now we're on DJT birthday. And that's how calendars work, I think. I'm relatively sure. So, Gooey Demise by Neon Shadowworks. This is just a fun track. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of adrenaline, pulse pounding, heart beating. Go time. That's what this is. Let's jump into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is that it's go, go, go. Like, this waveform is not for show. This thing tops out and just goes to town. Yes. The low end, it kind of slaps past peak a lot, but the raw energy that this track brings to the table is phenomenal for getting whatever passionate feeling you have from your body to your car steering wheel. Just a lot of this happening. Right, giving us that stank face. That's good. And that's the first thing I love is all this energy. Listen to this. Really distorted kick that just knocks around the whole track. Really, really enjoy it. The second thing that I really love about this track is I guess what I'd call the melody line or the melody synth that's doing the dun 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 dun. Let's hear that one. Yep. You can hear that in here when they pull all the bass, or the kick away, the drums rather. And then we move back into the drums. But that melody synth is really great. It's almost like a Mortal Kombat vibe back in the 90s, some 90s techno. Don't nobody listen to techno. That's one place where Eminem was wrong, though, because everybody loves techno, especially DJT, and that's me. So, really, really enjoy that melody synth. Dun, 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 dun. It gets stuck in your head. It keeps you moving and grooving. And then you bring in those real thick drums, and you've got just a banger the whole way through. Now, if there's one thing I'd say I want more of, and you'd be like, DJT, we know you already said it, the bass. Yes, I would remix the drums to make that melody synth shine more. But that's not actually, I think that's a choice here. Those overdriven kicks, I believe that's a choice. I've heard enough of Neon's stuff to know that that is the choice he makes with his drums. Now, that being said, the one thing I want more of here is snare. If we listen to this track, I think the snare can slap a lot harder. If we maybe pull back the kick and eliminate some of the frequencies from that overdrive or whatever kind of distortion we're using on the kick. We eliminate some of the frequencies that are competing with the snare, and then we give the snare more power. Maybe we boost like the 1 to 2K range in the EQ. Listen to the snare. And when I say snare, it's like a muffled clap. So whether we want to take the filter off of that, or whether we want to just boost it in the 1 to 2K range, or if we want to layer it with an actual snare that gives us more of that, and then we can let this filtered clap or snare do its thing towards the background. I think that's the only thing it's missing. This is such a driving song that we really need a snare to really complement that heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. We need we need it to just really stand out. If the drums are going to be the hero, the star over the melody, the dun 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 dun. If the drums are going to be the hero, then we need drums that are heroes. And that snare is an invaluable piece of that drum puzzle. So that is the one thing I want more of. I want more snare. Other than that, I love the drive. Love the melody line that's hidden under there until we bring it out in this really dynamic bridge. Give us a break from those kicks. Let that melody shine there. And then the one thing I want more of is just a snare that hits harder. That doesn't mean we turn it up. In fact, I think that means we turn the bass kick down, including EQing out some of the frequencies that are fighting with your clap snare. And then maybe pulling the filter every couple of bars, if that's what we have, a filtered clap. So those are my thoughts. Gooey Demise, the non-explicit version for DJT. Everyone should jump on over to BandLab and follow at neon_shadowworks. And, I dig this track. Boom. We got to make sure we do that. Make sure you follow neon_shadowworks. And you know what? While you're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, I'll be over here celebrating my birthday and consuming coffee. And then I think I have a free coffee at Starbucks because it's my birthday. Did I mention that? And then maybe I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings because I have some free wings there because it's my birthday. And then I'll eat some rainbow chip cake later. And, because it's... That's right. You guessed it. My birthday. Thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track with me. And we will see you next time.
So I was thinking, our lives, your life, my life, they make a melody. Whether we want to or not, whether we mean to or not, our lives are creating music every day. And the question becomes, is your melody the noise that people are trying to drown out? The hatred, the anger that they're running away from? Or is your melody the sweet, enveloping sound that they're running to in their times of need? It's up to you. Be kind, my friends.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and cue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus. Not coffee, because we're live and we're going through your tracks live on BandLab. Right now we've got Through the Curtain by Robert Gregory, although this track is a collaboration between Robert Gregory, Glass Garden, and Yazella. Robert Gregory is at Bobby560 out of the UK, repping 472 followers, which is a travesty. He should definitely have more followers. And 59 likes, including one of our own. 81 plays so far on this metal track. 71 comments because everyone is loving it. Let's take a listen. Yazella is at Yazella, and Glass Garden is at Glass Garden, GlassGarden. Let's go. Putting that filter on there, just like Trapped likes to do. Go. Look at that waveform. We go hard this whole way. In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's ice water with orange Mio. You're welcome. Lyrics. There it is. That's some Evanescence layering right there. Good vocalizing. Turn it up some. Hey, that's what we're talking about. Great sustain on that note. Go is the only word that needs to be heard. So let's go.
Go, it's the only word that may be.
We're listening to Through the Curtain. Also released on March 4th. The cool guy's birthday was on March 4th. It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog song. Chaos Control! Boom, there you go. See, if teenagers like it, it must be good, right? Teenagers know. Their emotions are amped up. They know. Old folks like me, we don't know sometimes. We don't feel it enough. We're not emotional enough. Excellent solo. What up, Ruby? Lil Nafa, welcome. Oh, 100%. Robert's all about those soaring electric guitars. Ooh, listen to that note. Listen to that note. I don't even think I could get up there to like tell you what I'm hearing. I might try though, because it's live. Wow, check that out. Yeah, that was great. Okay, I'm going for this note here that Yazella hits. Let's see. I apologize in advance. I turn up my volume here. Did I miss it? I thought. Yes! Tell you what, you throw some auto-tune on that, do a little EQ curve, some modulation, you got yourself a note. Through the Curtain by Robert Gregory over here on BandLab at Bobby560, featuring, or rather in collaboration with at Glass Garden, GlassGarden, and Yazella at Yazella. So we've got two from the UK, one from the USA, and not just the USA, but Seattle to boot. Yeah, Ruby says, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for having the lyrics here, but since this is a live BandLab plus coffee, let's jump right into it. 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. Bonus thing I love is that both these tracks so far were released on March 4th, which, if you think about every birthday, March 4th is the only one that says something phonetically. March 4th to victory. So if your birthday's on March 4th, like some people, that's pretty awesome. I'm just saying. Through the Curtain, first thing I love about this track is the entire picture encompasses a sound that is not only creative and meshes modern pop sensibility with rock sensibility, but brings in the sentimentality of what we were talking about on the last song, those early 2000s alt rocks, hard rock tracks. I can hear Skillet influences. I can hear Evanescence influences. I can hear Blue Stolly influences. I'm not quite sure, but I think I hear some Dead by April influences, although we may need more synths for that to be a thing. But this entire package truly is the first thing I love. And don't take that as a cop-out, because rather than just saying the song is good, we are, we are saying that the song is the appropriate mesh of modern sensibility and taking what's in our heart from the times when we were young enough to where music just truly went straight to our souls, right? There is a point in time where music hits different. There just is. And no matter how old you get, you never forget your first love. And when I say that, I mean Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard. And I mean Rollin' with the Dead by Go Periscope. If you've never heard it, go check it out. What up, Chevy Too Heavy? So that is the first thing I love is this whole wrapped up, was his name-o, is this whole track wrapped up in that package. That's the first thing I love. And the fact that you can convey that sound that well, chef's kiss. The second thing I love is, and it's actually quite different, not a lot, thanks for asking, is actually quite different from our last track. So on our last track, I really enjoyed the metaphorical storytelling that was dynamic and did not feature modern pop sensibilities because it brought me back to very specific, I'm totally spacing on the band name, which is terrible of me, but it brought me back to very specific like Blue October vibes. Whereas this track brings me those modern pop sensibilities in the best way. So while the last track meshed storytelling and alternative rock, thanks, Chevy, appreciate that. This track meshes modern pop with modern, I call it melodic metal. I don't know if I'd call it hard rock or melodic metal, but I'll leave that up to the creators to determine their genre. But I will say that when we come into every chorus, we know what to expect. Da-na-na, and then we repeat, da-na-na, and then we get something different. Da-na-na-na-na. And what's real pop about that is the repeating melody becomes an earworm. It gets stuck in our head. Torn up now, hear the sound, chaos spilling out. And the other thing it does is it follows the 2-bar rule. You have 2 bars of the same thing, and then you change it up so you don't get stale. Torn up now, hear the sound. Now we're going to change it. Chaos spilling out. It's a very good way to write a hook. If you want your song to be catchy, if you want your song to be memorable, then do the second thing I love about this song, which is bring in a modern pop sensibility where you repeat the melody twice and then you give us something different. Pro tip, the way that this track does a chorus is it arpeggiates the first 2 bars that we have determined are the repeatable melody, and then it drags out the 3rd bar. Torn up now, hear the sound. And then we get this really great soaring chaos spilling out. And you'd never know that that's what's happening unless you know that's what's happening. So if you want to up your songwriting game, that's what I suggest you try. Let me see if I can jump back into this chorus so you can hear it one more time. Here we go. Listen for that. You get that difference. You get that repeating melody that goes, oh yeah, turn on now, hear the sound. Not only do the vocals do it, but the guitar follows them. Bam, 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 bam. You get it. I won't belabor that point anymore. Don't be scared, Ruby, but I will say, if you want your song reviewed, make sure it's not explicit. I'm sorry, I don't do swearing, sexual, or racial content. The one thing that I want more of in this track, and this is a personal preference, but the one thing I want more of in this track is I want the vocals to stand out a little bit more. Everything in here has a very cohesive sound and a very professional sheen and quality to it. But what I'm hearing, and you can hear it too, there's a mask. The mask is masking harsh frequencies. So what up, Inkbox? When you hear this chorus, you can hear both vocalists expertly performing their track. But what I'm also hearing is a little bit of maybe a multi-band compressor, which that's some inside baseball. I just happen to know that Glass Garden likes his multi-band compressors, but we're missing a little bit of the stab. These vocals could poke through this mix a little bit more, and that's kind of the only thing that I want from it, is something shiny, something crispy. So it's perfect here, but then I want it to open up. If you want to take your choruses and open them up, it's as simple as adding the correct EQ to your track. That's all it is. And it's really just one or two EQ moves. So really awesome track, Through the Curtain by Robert Gregory in collaboration with Glass Garden and Yzella. Thank you guys for putting out that track. Everyone should jump on over and follow them all. So, who's next? Thanks. Remember, no swears, no sexual or racial content. Where are you? That new Glass Garden with Robert Gregory and Yzella, yeah. The one that's sort of metal and sounds like Skillet. I know it was released recently. I'm gonna scroll through my feed. If you see people you're not following, you should go ahead and follow them. Feel free. I'm gonna sing like a weirdo until I find that song, though. Hey, that's me. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Don't let anyone tell you I'm a vocalist, ever. Here it is. Glass Garden says, me, Bobby 560, and Yzella put this powerhouse track together. You want some hard rock? Here you go. Yes, I know. On that, I do know. And y'all's tracks are great, too. Let's pull it up. And I'm going to do that intro one more time. So when this stuff goes up on YouTube, you know what's up.
Okay, this is pretty awesome. Just got this bad boy in the mail. It's time to wake up, wind up, and cue up with another excellent track. To the lab! I mean, come on! How cool is that? This will be my new favorite BandLab Plus coffee mug. Huge shout out to Not So Cheyenne for the design and the art that went straight to this mug.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. 1 year later, and here we are, still waking up, winding up, and queuing up excellent BandLab tracks. So, what's it going to be today? We've got Life is Beautiful by Rebecca Knight. So, without further ado, let's head to the lab.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
To the lab!
Over here on the lab, we've got Life is Beautiful by Rebecca Knight, which was released on December 14th, 2023. Rebecca Knight is at REBEKAH_1111. Out of the UK, repping 4.71 thousand followers. Life is Beautiful. It's 5 a.m. We've been doing this for a year now. I love hearing all these tracks. Let's go. Starting simple with that piano. I like the swell. I do. I like the swell. I think I saw that it was a hip hop track, and I expected the. But we're about to go big. Nice.
Even though it often feels so hard.
It almost sounds like the Zelda theme.
Sun will always rise.
Really reminds me of Plum. This is great.
In my life I faced so many things. I fought so many battles, lost and won. But I know that in the end, I am so grateful.
I don't see any lyrics. Where are our lyrics, Rebecca?
Life is beautiful.
Brianna likes it. Scott Johnson thinks it's beautiful and
You just
uplifting.
need to notice
Yoda G.
what it is that surrounds you, and who really cares? Even when you're broken, lost and afraid,
Even when you're broken, lost, and
when
afraid.
those you love have left, you know there's always light at the end of your tunnel. Please believe. Please believe. Please believe
Please believe that life is beautiful.
in life
In life after loss.
Life after loss, life after grief, life after grief, life after life, life after life.
Life after life.
Please believe. Life after loss, life after grief, life after life. Please believe, my friend. This moment of darkness is not your end.
I like how these delayed background vocals are giving us this crazy big soundscape.
The light is coming.
The light is coming.
The light is coming. The light is coming. A new beginning is coming.
Fairy Fountain from Zelda. That's what it was. That's what it reminded me of. Life is Beautiful by Rebecca Knight over here on the lab. What an awesome track. It is forkable, so you could always go add your own twist to it. The song itself is it sounds to me like it's not only about loss, but it's about the fact that even through pain, life is beautiful. And that's a really tough concept to grasp when we're going through pain. So really enjoy when people are writing songs about that kind of stuff. So great job, Rebecca. Let's go ahead and jump over to two things I love and one thing I want more of. So for two things I love and one thing I want more of, the first thing I love is this piano and the way it's working. We've got it going do 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 do, but also we've got a twinkly do do do, that gives me really huge Zelda and Kingdom Hearts vibes. Dearly beloved in Fairy Fountain. But let's take a listen here. The stack on that is just fantastic. Really enjoy how that works with the string swells. This was just a really excellent track to fork. So great pick on this because it suits your voice really well. Rebecca, which brings us to, oh, forgive me, it's 5 a.m. Which brings us to the second thing I love, which is the vocal here. We can see that the vocal doesn't peak. It stays nice and crispy, never getting too high here, which means Rebecca was not too close on the mic. We're going to take a listen, and I'm going to see what I can hear.
Even though it often feels so hard, sun will always rise. In my life I've faced so many things. I've fought so many battles, lost and won.
Pull some of that out for her vocal.
I'm so grateful.
Then the vocal doesn't have to be that loud.
Life is beautiful.
What a great full
You just need to notice.
recording. What do we have on here? Compressor, noise gate. Noise gate's working really hard.
Really care.
That's great. It's kicking out everything in a recording environment that maybe isn't the best. A de-esser and EQ that's giving her a ton of air in that high range, that big delay, and then her EQ focusing on the area of the sound spectrum that your ear can really tune into, that 1.6, which we pulled out of the instrumental so you can hear how that sits in there now, and then a little bit of reverb. Now let's add the second one.
Please believe.
We're going to pull this one down a little more.
Please believe.
Take it to the side a little bit, give it its own space in the pocket.
In life after loss.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more of a low quality.
Life after loss. Life after grief. Life after grief. Life after life. Life after life. Please believe.
We'll put them in a little bit of a different space. See what we get.
Life after loss. Life after grief. Life after life. Please believe, my friend. This moment of darkness is not your end. The light is coming.
Ooh, listen to that echo.
The light is coming. The light is coming. Light is
We've got it bouncing back and forth.
The light is coming.
Some tremolo, reverb, dimension, space maker,
New beginning
and then the filter echo.
is coming.
Wow, that's really great. I'm going to come back here and finish mixing that out.
Life after loss. Life after grief. Life after life. Please believe, my friend. This moment of darkness is not your end. Light is coming. The light is coming. The light is coming. Light
That is really great. We're going to take this and we're going to clip the track at the end by hitting S while it's highlighted. Give the track a nice little fade out. Give all of our vocal tracks a nice little fade out. Just to keep any popping from happening at the end. How those vocals sit together is just a ton of fun. The way the echo just thrives through the whole track.
When the those you love have left, you know there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Please believe. Please believe.
There you are.
Please believe in life after life. Life after loss.
Wow, really great. Awesome. We're going to save this. This is saved on my page now, but we made some changes to the mix and we want to hear it mastered. So let's go into our saved project that we just mixed a little bit, because this is, in fact, the second thing I love, the vocal on there. It's a simple 3 layers. You've got the double, which adds as a repeating or a counter melody or a call and response. It kind of is, it's a workhorse. It's put in a ton of work. And then we've also got the echo verse on there. Now, listen to this. We did a little bit of work to make the vocal hopefully sit a little better in the mix. Pulled some volumes back because louder does not mean better. And she's got an airiness, so if we do tape, it's going to add that sizzle to it. But universal is going to be a really great choice as well. Let's get in here right at the end.
Life after loss. Life after grief. Life after life. Please believe.
We could have turned it down even more for that vocal.
This moment of darkness is natural. Light is coming.
Clarity's good too.
The light is coming. Light is coming. When the those you love have left, you know there's always light. Life after grief. Life after life. Life after.
Really awesome track. Really great, really great sound to it. Life is Beautiful by Rebecca Knight. That's 2 things I love. If there's one thing I want more of, and it was something we didn't really have time to do in the studio when I was messing around with the tracks in there, if there's one thing that I want more of, I think it is a cleaner echo track. When we're doing all these echoes,
Life after life. Please believe.
maybe we put 1 or 2 more vocal takes in there that can handle the different elements of our vocals. For instance, we have the second track that is a vocal double, but we also use it as a call and response. However, when they're the exact same volume and placed in the same space on the track, it can be really tough to make it fit well as both a double, which typically we would pull back and let one vocal shine while the second vocal added texture or grit or whatever you're looking for to round out that sound. And then as a call and response, we would have a second primary melody vocal that was a little bit louder, even if we treated it slightly differently. So I think I would want an extra vocal on that track handling call and response. Life after love, life after love, right? And then a different vocal handling the double so that we have that nice textured full vocal. And then along with those vocals, there are those moments when it gets big. And I think instead of relying on the echo, I would throw the echo way back, make it airy, and pull out any of that low end in there, just super airy. And then maybe record that life after love, life after loss, 2 or 3 more times, pan them, and then just make that a really wide stereo push at the listener. Maybe if I get some time today, I'll see if I can make that happen. But this track was phenomenal. Life is Beautiful by Rebecca Knight at REBEKAH_1111. Everyone should jump on over to BandLab and follow her. And then, while you're over there, check out DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, cheers to 1 year. That's not grammatically correct, but it rhymed that way, so I'm leaving it. Thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent track with me. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we will see you next time.
Don't cry, I'm on my way. I'll never stop chasing the sun till I find that place, leading me to your arms, into your heart. I fell so hard and tripped over all my words. It's where all of my favorite bruises occur. They're proof of the hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. This morning, we've got Longest Time by Sheena Jiam. Oh man, I apologize, but that's what I got. Sheena Jiam. Longest Time. So without further ado, to the lab. Excellent track. Over here on the lab, we've got Sheena. Longest Time reppin' 558 followers out of Singapore. That's at XENAGIAM. And the genre on this one is country. I saw this on the featured tracks on the Explore page and heard a little piece of it and was like, ooh, I want to save that for BandLab Plus Coffee. So let's take a listen. No details on the name. 3.79 thousand plays. Great guitar. Real country feel.
For the longest time, I thought that I was difficult to love.
Where are my lyrics, Sheena?
For the longest time, I keep falling apart. I lost a part of me. Was a missing puzzle piece.
Really great how we went from the acoustic to the electric.
Goodbye to me. Oh, honey, what do you say about me?
Ooh, that long tail reverb was really good.
To end this misery.
Oh yeah. All the country vibes.
For the longest time, I thought that you were in love with someone else.
It's available to fork.
As time passes by, I realize it wouldn't end well.
Good build on that pre-chorus here. Oh, great background vocals with some chorusing on them. And then it ends. Man, what a cool song. Sheena, longest time over here on BandLab. 506 likes when you include one of our own. It's already inspired 4 projects. It is forkable. This is quintessential country. Quintessential country. So let's just jump right into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is how we go from electric to acoustic to electric in the vein of true country. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Just that whining electric guitar. But then once we jump into the verse, we're going to go acoustic.
For the longest time, I thought that I was difficult to love.
Those background pads.
For the longest time, I keep falling apart. I lost a part of me.
And then we slowly start to bring that electric guitar back in. Really, really enjoy how we're moving from electric to acoustic to electric. Very country. It lets everyone know, oh, okay, we've got like a slide guitar happening, so definitely some country. We also have the acoustic happening, which gives us this really intimate feeling in the verse. And then we jump back into the electric, which is where we stay for most of the song after that. But I do really very much enjoy this acoustic portion of the track as it leads into the electric, that country pop style. Now, the second thing I love are these vocals, which is also going to turn into the one thing I want more of. However, first and foremost, take a listen to how this is mixed in the beginning. It feels like there's a very nice pocket for these vocals to sit in. And when the vocals sit in the pocket, then the track feels cohesive. When the vocals sit too on top of the track, it sounds like you're just singing over music as opposed to creating an entire experience. So in this first verse specifically, listen to how these vocals sit.
For the longest time,
Great volume, great live
I
feel.
thought that I was difficult to love.
Sounds like we've got an 1/8 note delay on there, a lot of reverb.
For the longest time,
And it sounds like we're really close up on the
I keep
mic, really hot.
falling apart.
It's going to lead to a more intimate sounding vocal.
I lost a part of me. Was the missing puzzle piece.
The background vocals are subtle.
What do you say goodbye to me? Goodbye to me?
Just a really great folksy country singer-songwriter jam. I would love the lyrics so that I can really follow the story. But just a phenomenal singer-songwriter jam. Now you'll notice in the mastering process or in the mixing process, we have some peaks and valleys here in the waveform, and then we still have them over here. But once we get towards the end of the song, we kind of flatline. What this means in theory, not always in practice, in theory is that we're hitting unity. We're hitting 0 on that decibel meter, and we're just kind of pushing loudness. And if you're not mixing very intentionally to make sure certain frequencies don't overpower each other, then loudness comes at the compromise, with the compromise of clarity. And when we do that, you can see here we have these really clear vocals in the pocket on the instrumental. And even on this chorus. But once that electric really starts keying in here, I still get the vocal, but it becomes a little muddled in the mix. So the one thing I want more of is I want to take a little bit of the low end out of this electric guitar. We've got the electric guitar probably buzzing in that 150 to 400 range, maybe even 500, which is great. We want something there, but we want to carve out this little space for the vocal to keep doing its thing. Whether we use automation or we use a bypass plugin to come in only when the guitar becomes more prominent in the track, we really want to give Sheena's voice a chance to shine through the entire track. We got it in the first verse and the first chorus, and then when the mix becomes more dense, we just have to carve out a new pocket, which is the one thing I want more of. I want us to carve out a pocket throughout the rest of the mix where that electric guitar is still there and it still shines, but not every instrument needs every part of the EQ spectrum that it's recorded with. In fact, most of them get things added and taken away as principle. We know that something like strings will dominate a lot of low mids if you don't carve them correctly. And we know that the low end of a track can get super muddy if there are too many frequencies. And then you feel in your track that something's not right, even if you can't always hear it. It also affects your loudness at the end of the day, because all of this sound feeds into those limiters and compressors at the end, and you can only limit things so far. And the more that you bring the volume up, the more you hear from your original recordings, which goes all the way back to make sure you track a good recording, because those things don't just disappear. Noise gates can be your friend if you're not recording in an ideal environment. Longest Time by Sheena Jam. This is a phenomenal country track. In fact, I very much vibe with it. We're adding it to the iVibe playlist. You too can get added to the iVibe playlist. Just send me your tracks. Remember, we don't do explicit music on this show. It's family friendly. It's for everyone. And really the goal is to teach, to learn, and to actively listen. Not so much to, make it big and run the game. So keep the explicit tracks for your primary fan base and send me your mainstream tracks so that I can go ahead and review those on the show. Everyone needs to make sure they jump over to BandLab and follow Sheena Jam out of Singapore. And you know what? While you're over there, you should just follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, and wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks so much for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent track with me. And we will see you next time.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have thoughts? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have thoughts? I like